Welcome back, y'all, to the Back Porch Sports Podcast with your boy FONZ.
And QUAN, what's going on?
Man, it's going, man. That's the best I can say. Man, look, I might need some heart medication after Sunday, man. For real, for real.
Yeah, man, they had you jumping.
More than had the heart. Oh man, but welcome back, y'all. Welcome back. Thank y'all for tuning in to the Back Porch Sports Podcast and everything like that. You know, we appreciate y'all coming in and looking at our videos and interacting with us, and hopefully, you know, y'all keep it going, and we really do appreciate y'all.
Right.
So, a little bit of news on the NFL front. Had a few injuries of note this past Sunday. One injury of note is Deshaun Elliott, safety for the Baltimore Ravens. He is out for the year with a torn biceps and pectoral muscle.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. But this is an annual thing for Deshaun Elliott, you know. So I guess it's by committee. And I said it was an injury of note for the simple fact that the Ravens defense right now was 31st in the league in passing defense.
Oh, okay.
So that's gonna be kind of rough. But you know. Another injury, Matt Paradis was carted to the locker room with a knee injury from Carolina. It looks, according to Ian Rappaport, to be a torn ACL, and he will miss the remainder of the season. So Carolina has been, you know, kind of dicey lately. It's tough, man. I really can't call it. I can't call it, man.
Right.
One more. Ezekiel Elliott exited with a knee injury, a right knee contusion, actually. And the Cowboys lost to Denver. So, Cowboy fans, y'all okay? You know, just doing a check on you. Doing a check on you.
Yeah, they need a little checkup. Let's go back and let's review these week 9 games real quick.
I was terrible.
The Jets played the Colts and they got beat 45-30.
They got blown out the dog on Indianapolis.
The Texans played the Dolphins. Dolphins pulled that out 17-9. As you mentioned, Broncos went to Dallas and beat them 30-16. The Browns beat the brakes off the Bengals 41-16. The Vikings was in a strong battle to the finish of overtime, but the Ravens still pull it out 34-31. The Raiders and the Giants. So Giants was home. They won 23-16. Falcons beat the Saints by 2 points, 27-25. The Bills and the Jaguars, low-scoring games. The Jags held them off with 9 points on the board and won against the Bills, 9-6. The Patriots beat the Carolina Panthers.
Yeah, they did.
24-6. I don't know why I felt misconstrued about that one, but anyways. The Chargers beat the Eagles 27-24.
Good game. That was a good game.
Yep. The Cardinals beat the 49ers 31-17. Packers and the Chiefs. Chiefs pulled it out 13-7. The Rams lost against the Titans 28-16. And last night, Monday night, the Steelers pulled out the game against the Bears 29-27. So we're going to open up the floor for a little while for you fans, man. Any games that you want to kind of comment on briefly for a little while?
I got about 2, maybe 3. The first one is that New England Carolina game. I was talking to my guy, my big bro, last night, man. And he a Carolina fan. Right. Shout out to Keith, man. And I was telling him, man, like, yo, I know Sam Darnold has seen Bill Belichick work, but when you're bringing your pieces back that quickly, and going against Bill Belichick, that ain't gonna work.
Right.
It ain't gonna work. The big one though, it's 2 big ones that shocked me. The Broncos and the Cowboys.
Oh yeah. Defense
Whoa!
Playing lights out.
Without Von Miller. And I'm like, yo, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then the last one, which was like I told y'all at the top of the broadcast, it was almost a heart stopper, was the Vikings at Baltimore.
Caught you by surprise, huh? I thought y'all was gonna go in there and do them dirty.
I thought we was gonna do them dirty, but I see it seemed like LSU receivers have good days against the Ravens defense. But big ups to Lamar Jackson, man. Dude knows how to lead. He has that never say die mentality, and you know, hey, it's spreading throughout the roster. So those are my games that really stuck out to me.
I think one of my games that I could touch on real briefly is the Buffalo and Jaguars game. That game was a surprise. First off, the Buffalo Bills couldn't score over 6 points for 4 quarters, and for the last few weeks they've been blowing teams out. I mean, putting 40 points on teams, 30 plus points. Jaguars came to play against Buffalo, and they held them off. I mean, held them off enough just to get that 3-point win. But one thing that was kind of exposed about the Bills is that, well, they offense have some type of slurs in the games. Like with the talent that they have, you wouldn't think that they would, be shut out like they are or was this past Sunday. So this kind of shows some struggles on the offensive side of the ball that signifies that they don't always have good days, and they do have some struggles going on as far as production.
For real.
Let's see. Probably another game that you probably already mentioned was the Cowboys and Denver game. I really like how Denver came and played against Dallas. I think it was time for Dallas to lose.
Yeah.
Anyways, they've been on the high horse. Sometimes it's good to lose. You learn so much about yourself and about, the things that you did wrong during that game. So big shout out to Denver this week. Let's see. I think that's about it. And, not too big on, my team won, of course. But wasn't so much of a pretty game. I mean, our defense gave up 21 points in the fourth quarter. Where it matters the most. So, I mean, we won ugly. I mean, we still take it, but not too big on that game. I'm just glad we won. We definitely need to win, especially with this division being so tight. Pretty much, I think outside of that, I mean, the Green Bay Packers and Chiefs game, I feel like the Packers would have won that game if Aaron Rodgers was there.
Most definitely, man.
Jordan Love is still struggling in that offense, even though he's been there for 2 years. And
then he struggled against that defense. That defense is terrible.
Yeah, I feel like if Aaron Rodgers was there, they would have won.
Yeah.
Outside of that, though, man, we're going to move right on into Week 10 predictions.
Yep. Week 10. It is already Week 10.
It's already Week 10, man. So we are definitely, moving fast in the season.
Yeah.
So we're going to start off with Thursday night, man. So you got Baltimore at Miami at 8:20.
Prime time
game.
I'm gonna take Baltimore in this one. Miami is too banged up, and then I'm not a believer in Jacoby Brissett.
Okay.
Even though we got 31st ranked pass defense, they don't have no Devontae Parker. They don't have no Will Fuller. I mean, they pretty much relying on a bunch of young guys. So I pick Baltimore to win this one big.
Okay. I agree to that. I think Baltimore can go in Miami and beat them at home on Thursday night. After the tough fighting game that they played against the Vikings Sunday showed a lot of grit, even though Vikings did turn over the ball to give them that edge. I mean,
Ravens did too. Vikings just couldn't finish.
Yeah, so but I still believe Baltimore can go in there and beat Miami.
Yeah.
Next up, 1:00 games. Got a few of them. We're going to start off with Atlanta at Dallas. I'm going to go with Dallas. I think Dallas can come back after that that loss against the Broncos. I believe they can bounce back this week. they've been having a lot of home games. Seems like they're having more home games early on in the season than there is away games at this point, because they just had a home game against the Broncos. Now they having another one. So
yeah,
I'm gonna go Dallas.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Dallas too, but that's a game I'm gonna put a star beside because lately Atlanta has been showing a lot of grit.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna put a star beside that. But I'm gonna pick Dallas though.
Okay. Next up, you got New Orleans at Titans. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. You talk about grit. Titans is still showing some grit. AP didn't have so much of a huge game. I mean, I don't even think he had over 50 yards.
But he scored a touchdown though, right?
Yeah. But I mean, even though they won that game off of turnovers,
they got spotted 14 points.
So, but regardless to the fact, I feel like Tennessee Titans is a better team than the Saints is right now. I mean, and Saints are actually pretty good. Yeah, I'm more confident in the Titans defense. I like their defense. They don't, it's not about the finesse plays in Tennessee. It's about how hard you play in Tennessee. They don't have all the names and everything, but I feel like they play tough football for 4 quarters, and it allows them to win football games. So I'm gonna go with Tennessee Titans on that.
Yeah, but I'm gonna be. I don't know if I'm gonna call it an upset, but I'm gonna say I'm gonna go New Orleans on this one. New Orleans defense is better than Tennessee's. I mean, they just beat Tom Brady a couple weeks ago, so I'm gonna go with New Orleans.
Okay, all right. Next up, Jacksonville Jaguars at the Colts. I'm gonna go with the Colts. Yeah, honestly, Colts. Jonathan Taylor and Nyheim Hines is probably one of the best running back duos right now in the league. I mean, they got a heck of a doggone rushing attack going on with the Colts, and I like that. I mean, I feel confident in that. That wins football games. That gives you more time of possession. That keeps the ball away from others, and I just feel confident in what they're doing. Now, don't get me wrong. Now, as you can see, the Jags are able to shut down some teams that they shouldn't be shutting down. I mean, again, Jacksonville is the underdogs. So they play with an extra chip on their shoulder. So, I mean, I'm going to put a star by that game because Jacksonville has shown that not only, they may not have the defense that they had before when they had AJ Boye and Jalen Ramsey, but I feel like they still play tough defense. So, and they can pull upset, as they proved this past Sunday with the Bills. Yeah. So, next up, you got Cleveland at
New England. Patriots. New England. I got New England winning that game based on their defense. And
I'm gonna go.
Cleveland gonna be without Nick Chubb this week because of COVID. That means Baker Mayfield may have to throw a little more.
I feel like Cleveland's gonna win this game, and here's why. They beat a young team similar to the Patriots.
You talk about Patriots.
But I understand. Bill Belichick is a smart coach.
You talking about Belichick? Come on,
but he still has a young developing team.
But he still has a good defense too. They could possibly leapfrog the Bills the way they going in that division if they keep on doing what they do.
I think Cleveland's gonna bounce back.
I think
win that game.
I think New England gonna carry it on in.
All right, you got Buffalo at the Jets. I'm gonna go Buffalo.
Buffalo at the Jets. Yeah, Buffalo coming up off that loss. It's kind of embarrassing not to even do much of nothing on offense. So I'm eating some buffalo wings tonight. I got Buffalo beating the Jets, but it's gonna be closer than what you think. It's not gonna be no blowout.
Okay. All right. You got Detroit at Pittsburgh, as you would say. I'm gonna rock with the black and yellow, man. I feel like for the next couple of weeks we got winnable games to get back within the fight of this division, this very tight division. And so I mean, I got confidence in my boys. My boys playing all right. We may not be a pretty win, but we win with a smirk on our face. It ain't pretty, but it's wins. It's wins. And sometimes, every win is not going to be no blowout. You're not going to win by 30, 40 points all the time. So, I mean, as long as we continue to do what we do, which is run the ball, manage the offense. I mean, we managing on the offense and playing elite defense. So, yeah, man. I mean, we're going to ride Mika Fitzpatrick and Cameron Hayward all the way as far as we can take it.
Yeah. It got kind of scared with Cameron Hayward last night. I've seen it now. But I'm going to say Pittsburgh is going to win, but Detroit is going to give you all the fight. Detroit is the hardest playing 0-14. I've been saying it for the past 3 weeks. They're the hardest playing 0-14 that I've ever seen play. They're going to give you all the fight. And even though I got y'all winning, don't be shocked. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, every time I think of Detroit, I think about that coach. It's just funny to me. Anyway, moving on. Tampa at Washington. I'm going to go Tampa.
Yeah, I'm going to go Tampa Bay. Washington is in an influx right now. So, yeah, I got Tampa Bay winning easily. Yeah.
Next up, you got Carolina Panthers at Arizona. I'm going to go Arizona.
Same.
Sam Darnold got fussed out on the sideline by a teammate of his. And it was so hilarious to me.
And this coach was like, we cannot be turning the ball. We cannot be putting it. I was like, yo,
they're not so pleased with Sam Darnold right now.
No, they're not.
Next up, you got the Vikings at the Chargers. Now, the Chargers been a little underneath the radar these last few weeks. I don't know what's going on with them. But they ain't been.
But they played Philadelphia too close for comfort. They played them too close for comfort.
I'm gonna go with the Vikings.
Yeah, you thinking like me? I'm going with the Vikings based on what I saw.
Yeah.
Kirk Cousins is better than what people give him credit for. Mm-hmm. So, with that being said, I got the Vikings winning a close game. Now this year the Vikings been losing close games.
Yeah.
If they play all 4 quarters, they can do something. So I got them winning against the Chargers.
Okay.
Chargers.
Yeah, the Chargers. The Eagles at the Broncos.
I got the Broncos.
Yeah, I got the Broncos too, man. They showed that they can play defense without Von Miller.
I like the way they're ticking now.
Yeah.
They look different.
Yeah. Green Bay at Seattle now. 2 quarterbacks is going to be present. Mm-hmm. For sure. Russell Wilson just got cleared, and Aaron Rodgers is back from COVID.
But we got to see if Russell Wilson practiced this week. If he practiced this week, then he playing.
Yeah. Well, I feel confident. I mean,
he healed like Wolverine, man. I'm trying to tell you.
Pretty much. Hey. I'm going with Green Bay.
Yeah, I think Aaron Rodgers is playing, to show other teams that he wants to be there. And plus, I really don't
think he wants to be there, but
no. When I say wants to be there, meaning he wants to go to that team. Like this is his last year in Green Bay. I don't think he's coming back. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I got Green Bay winning that game because Aaron Rodgers got history with Seattle. As remember a few years ago, the NFC Championship game debacle.
You're right.
Yeah. It was tough. But
it was. It really was. Yeah. So next up is Kansas at the Raiders. Well, I just wish Kansas was. And to be honest, the NFC West is tight too, just like the AFC North is. Mm-hmm. So everybody got a chance to get that number one spot.
Except Kansas.
Yeah. I'm still gonna go Kansas though.
Okay, well you still riding with them. I'm going the Raiders.
They're gonna ride with them.
Then Kansas City going to the black hole as bad as they've been playing. I'm going the Raiders. And I ain't gonna say it's an upset.
You got a point, but
I'm not even gonna say it's an upset.
It's not.
The Raiders been playing better since John Gruden left.
Yeah, they have.
Kansas City I think they've plateaued now. That this is where they're going to be, and I don't see it getting no better.
We shall see. That is actually the primetime game. So
yeah,
we shall see.
Yeah.
Monday night to end this week of week 10. The Rams at the 49ers. I'm going with the Rams. They will add a piece to their defense this week.
Yes.
By the familiar name of Von Miller. He will play next week against the 49ers.
Who they got for a sack of peanuts.
And to be honest, I'm not confident in a Trey Lance or Jimmy G. So
they playing
not
terrible.
with that defense. Not with that defense to get playing against that defense.
No.
That run game that they normally run against everybody else will be isolated from them, I believe, from that Rams defense. So I'm expecting them to win that primetime away. And a few teams on the bye. Just so y'all know, Chicago Bears is on the bye. The Bengals is now on the bye. The Giants is on the bye, and the Texans on the bye. So that ends our weekly predictions for Week 10.
Yep.
Transitioning now.
All right, so we're gonna talk a little NBA on this here podcast. See what's going on. But before we do that, we gotta give a big shout out to the Atlanta Braves. They won the World Series last week. Okay. After we recorded. So big shout out to the city of Atlanta.
Right.
So we're gonna discuss the standings, the current standings right now. Now, as y'all know, the season is young. 76ers of the Eastern Conference, of course. 76ers, the Heat, the Nets, the Wizards, and the Bulls. Those are your top 5 teams. In the Western Conference, you got the Warriors, the Jazz, the Mavericks, the Suns, and the Grizzlies are your top 5. All right? So, there's one team on the Western Conference that everybody seems to talk about because of one LeBron James. And that team is the Lakers. That team, well, they won 6 games and lost 5.
Okay.
Which brings us to the topic of Russell Westbrook.
Yeah.
Now,
discuss him for a moment.
Now, let's talk, if we can pontificate parenthetically. Do you think Russell Westbrook is a good fit for the Lakers?
No. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you right now. I didn't. I'm not a Westbrook fan.
No.
Westbrook has proven to me that he is only and just a regular season player. Yes, he gets triple doubles, respectfully, which I respect. Yes, I mean, he does do things in the regular season, but when it's time for him to play ball in the playoffs, when the big dogs come, he's nowhere to be found. No. There was a time where this guy, I'll never forget this statistic. I looked at his statistics from the field. Now, from the field is where they calculate all the shots that you take, not from the three, from inside. This guy went 3 for 33. Made 3 shots.
Say do what?
Out of 33 shots. Now, I know some people locally here that can shoot 36 shots and make more than 3, but that's neither here nor there.
Yeah. Washington got some ballers, don't get me wrong. So I know better than that.
So, no, I don't think he's a fit.
No.
I disagree with the trade. I mean, yes, they gave away to Kyle Kuzma, and I believe his name was Harold Montrell, whatever his name is, Harold, and Caldwell Pope. I never agreed from the get-go of this trade. I mean, Kyle Kuzma wasn't an all-star, but at the same time, the Lakers is not in need of somebody that's going to drive in. That's why they have AD and LeBron for. LeBron is in need of deadly shooters. Being that he passes the ball the way he does and causes the attention that he do in the inside of the court. Mm-hmm. He needs to be able to dish that ball out and know that ball is going to go in the net from the 3-point line.
Right.
Now, this guy is shooting 25% from the 3-point line, 41% from the field, 8.8 rebounds, tied for 24th in the league, and 18.8 points a game currently, 33 in the league. That's not something that the Lakers need.
No.
So, I mean, I don't think he's a good fit for LA. I don't know why he was even traded over there. I mean, if you look at the Washington Wizards, they actually won this trade. They are currently 4th in their division, and they 4th in the conference. Excuse me, y'all.
Yeah, they 4th in the conference.
And tied for 1st in the Southeast division. So I mean, Kyle Kuzma, like I said, he's only averaging 14 points a game, but I mean, you got Harold, he's getting 17 points. Mm-hmm. I mean, everybody is playing a part on the Washington Wizards, so I feel like they benefited. So no, I don't think he's a fit for LA. I say no.
Well, I appreciate how you meticulously put that together. That was good. I'm going to agree with you. There's a reason why Skip Bayless called his man Russell Westbrook. Mm-hmm. Okay, so LeBron been hurt, right?
Right.
He's been hurt, so Russell kind of had to take up the mantle, so to speak.
Yeah.
Okay. And he had a game last night. Mm-hmm. He played 41 minutes. Mm-hmm. Got 17 points. Mm-hmm. 5 from 15. Mm-hmm. Don't understand how in the world. As far as the free throws, and right now he's shooting 33% from the field. Mm-hmm. But now he attempted 2 threes and missed both of them. Mm-hmm. But then he got 14 assists. I'm like, all right, okay. So the game before that, the game before that one, this is why I say he's not a fit. He played 29 minutes, only got 8 points.
That is just pitiful, man. 4 baskets. You gotta be kidding me. Out of 30 minutes.
Out of 3 3-point attempts, he only made 1.
He's horrible, man.
He only had 6 assists. He is too up and down.
He's inconsistent and he's overrated.
Right. Like, he scored 27 on November 4th and November 2nd. Mm-hmm. Both playing 35 minutes, 37 minutes, respectively, right? Mm-hmm. So, now in the Lakers' mindset, it was a good trade. It seemed like a good idea at the time.
At the time, yeah.
But everything you pointed out, that's exactly what I was going to go with. It's not a good trade, and don't be shocked that he is traded from LA before the trade deadline. Because I don't see it. He'd have been to how many teams? Played with how many people?
A lot of people.
Well, on the other hand, the team out west, the Warriors, they handling business.
Yeah.
They back.
and you know what I'm saying? Lakers are 8th right now, and they under significant teams. Like you said, the Warriors, the Jags are taking care of business. The Clippers are still a huge threat in that conference. Yeah. So, I mean, the Lakers are not so much in a good position. And, I mean, it's tons of basketball left. Don't get us wrong.
We ain't even got to the All-Star break. That's next year.
Yeah.
So, but as for right now, Russell Westbrook is not a good trade. It's not a good
horrible trade.
But now, this is where you guys come in. Y'all, please talk to us on this one. I don't think it is. QUAN don't think it is. If you have an opinion about this whole segment, please put it down.
Say something. Please help us figure out how Russell Westbrook is a fit for this team, because
show me the logic.
I don't see how they benefit from this. You know, like I said, I was confused with the trade from the get-go because they gave away young talent and they gave away a first-round pick for a Russell Westbrook. They could have possibly drafted somebody better than Westbrook. And this is not to knock him. I respect him. I mean, Westbrook, he got a grit for the game. I mean, if he can become unstoppable to the basket. But as far as a fit for this specific team as the Lakers are in need of shooters.
Yeah.
They don't need, like I said, AD and LeBron and DeAndre Jordan will handle all the rebounds and all the driving in and the dunks and all that other stuff. We need somebody on the outside that's going to be able to shoot that ball. And Russell Westbrook just doesn't fit that category. I'm sorry. I mean, the name. I mean, his name.
It's his name
is overrated. I mean,
I think it was more of him having the opportunity to play. He's from the West Coast,
right?
And he having the opportunity to play for a team that he grew up.
I mean, Carmelo is playing better than him right now. Carmelo Anthony is playing better than Russell Westbrook.
Now, don't duke your Carmelo because it was a time.
Wait, hold on, wait a minute.
It was a time back in the day.
You let me get to the meat of it. I'm saying though, Carmelo is an older player.
Yeah,
older player. You know, in his late prime right now, probably even older, and he's shooting the ball from the three like he's supposed to, like the LA wants you to do, because this is how the team is going to make it. When you facing the Warriors, as it seems to be, they're going to be a playoff threat. You need somebody that's going to be able to shoot that ball,
right?
Because 3s for 2s, as we see, it don't work.
It doesn't.
I mean, you got to go tick for tack with the Warriors, man. I mean, it's not going to be easy.
And even going tit for tat, it's not advisable to go tit for tat with them. But if you got to, you got to have some backup.
I mean, the Splash Brothers back. Klay Thompson looking to get back.
And Split Splash, I was taking a bath all on a Saturday night. Yeah. So,
I don't see why they got Russell Westbrook, man. I mean, where are y'all benefiting from this? Well,
that, my friend, remains to be seen. But
right.
you know, this has been a great show. You know, any last words?
What I can say, man, is, you know, definitely give us feedback on this debate,
Most definitely.
Let us know your opinion, like we always do at the top of the show, man. We thank y'all for listening ahead of time. We appreciate y'all efforts, and hey, man, this has been just another show with us talking to you guys. So we thank y'all, man, and I guess we can go ahead and sign off. Here.
So for Back Porch Sports Podcast, this has been your boy FONZ
and QUAN,
and we out.
Peace.